Samach Dalet Omid Aleph. 6 lines down. Elo Marabba. Quick review. If we take a peek in the Mishnah, today Rabbi we have a beautiful daf, very gishmakel stuff. We have a story, and we have good halachas. It's always good. This is going to be very gishmakel. No, not necessary today. You'll see.
I like the interactive share. This is boring. This black and white. We went to something.
Spoiled you guys. We're gonna have some surprises soon. Okay, so the Mishnah starts. The parak starts. Rabbi Shmuel says that on Shabbos, when the Omer falls out on Shabbos, we only do 3 saw and not 5 saw like during the week. In other words, if you could get away with less avodah melacha on Shabbos, you do less. So the Gemara wants to find, maybe there's somebody that says very similar to him. So the Gemara comes up 6 lines down. Elo Marabba. Rabbi Shmuel in our Mishnah, who says that on Shabbos you only do melacha to get 3 saw of wheat and not 5. Rabbi Chanina is gana kohanim, and Rabbi Chanina from our Mishnah, the second part of our Mishnah, Omer davar echad. What does it say in our Mishnah? This na Rabbi Chanina is gana kohanim oimer b'Shabbos nixer b'yochid. So you remember the end of the Mishnah we described there was a problem with the Baisusim, and in order to show them that they're wrong, it says Menachos HaShabbos. They learned that the Omer is always brought on a Sunday. The Baisusim, the partners of the Tzdukim, same thing, same garbage. So we show them, what do? We make a whole ceremony with 3 people. However, if it falls out on Shabbos, says the Mishnah, we only do it with 1 person, 1 magol, 1 kupa. Chayr says the Gemara, it's the same svara, the same logic. That when we could get away with less melacha, we try to do less melacha. That's why there's only 1 person, 1 magol.
Why is it less melacha? Because the three, if we do only 3, then we have to work hard on the grinding to make sure.
We'll see. It says the Gemara. This not Rabbi Chanina is gana kohanim oimer b'Shabbos nixer b'yochid. V'magel echol b'kuba achas. U'b'chol, however, in the weekday, b'shloisha 3 people, b'sholish kupos 3 boxes, b'sholish magolis and 3, whatever they call those round things. V'chachamim oimrim echol Shabbos v'echol chol b'sholish kupos b'sholish magolis. Chacham say just like in the ratio, whatever the shear is in the weekday, that's what we do on Shabbos. We don't change anything. So now the Gemara says, Mi loy kol Rabbi Chanina is gana kohanim hosam. Why does Rabbi Chanina Zgana Kohanim say that we only do 1 person on Shabbos? Because whatever we could get away with on Shabbos, we try to get away with. So too, he would admit that if you get away with 3 saw, instead of 5 saw, do 3 saw. Says the Gemara, there's no comparison. Maybe Rabbi Shmuel said in the beginning of the Mishnah you don't do 3 saw instead of 5 saw because there's nothing to do with advertising it. But why do we use 3 people to cut the tvua? To show the Baisusim that they don't know what they're talking about. It's not Menachos HaShabbos, and they 3 people, like we said, and they scream, I think, if I'm not mistaken, they say, Ktsar, they do a whole song, dance, and then everybody sees the Baisusim don't know what they're talking about. It's not Menachos HaShabbos, it's the day meaning Menachos of Pesach, or the first day of Pesach. It says Ktsar, the whole thing? Shkoyach. I'm very makbid not to look at tomorrow's daf until after the shir tonight. We go home, we start tomorrow's daf. Yeah, I hate when that happens. When I say this whole thing, I say it's tomorrow's, like mamish, mila. And when I mess up tomorrow's daf, it's even worse. Okay. Inami, and another reason why it's different. Rabbi Chanina's Gana holds that at the end of the day, what's the difference how many people cut the tfuah and put it in a box? It's the same amount, and whatever we need for the tzorech gavoya, for the korban, we get it done. I pursue milsa is not the Shabbos, but we get the job done. But if you get 3 saw for the Omer instead of 5 saw on the Omer, if in the weekday I use 5 saw, why do I use 5 saw? It's a little better. So if I want the best on Shabbos, also go for the best. Why would you limit yourself to 3 saw? Okay, but it's tzorich gavoya. There's a tzorich. By the 3 people, there's no tzorich. There's no tzorich for 3 people. Your tzorich is to advertise it. That's not tzorich Shabbos. That's not a tzorich gavoya. That's a tzorich pirsum. Eimakir rabbanon svirle. So I would think that it's like rabbanon. What's interesting is, what do rabbanon hold? Rabbanon hold 3 in the weekday, 3 on Shabbos. So what do you mean I hold like rabbanon? So you have to say, I hold like rabbanon. If rabbanon would have said 5, they would have done 5 on Shabbos. Yeah, you have to say that's the pshat. Otherwise, it doesn't make any sense. Kirabbanan, they picked the wrong mandomar here. Elo Omar Rav Ashi. We're still trying to see Rabbi Shmuel in the Mishnah that says that I bring 3 saw instead of 5 saw. Who does he hold like? Who says like him? Elo Omar Rav Ashi. Rabbi Shmuel, Rabbi Yosi, Omru Davar Echad. Who's this Rabbi Yosi? This is not. We said in the Mishnah. Ben Shiniro, we're talking about Kiddush HaChodesh. Right? In the olden days when they didn't have calendars, before calendars, when somebody saw the moon, the beginning of the moon goes dead, you don't see it at all, then all of a sudden it pops out. The first time that you could see it, it's the moilad, you run to the bezdin, you say, I saw it. And they give you a whole faher, and if you come out okay, they're mekadosh the chodesh. Now, the halacha is that you do it on Shabbos, you mechal Shabbos for it. The halacha is, what if there's 5 people, 5 sets of Eidim? 5 sets, everybody goes. Why? Because there was once a case, there was 40 people, 40 sets of Eidim, I think, or 40 people, I don't remember anymore, and they all started going and they held them up in Lud. And they said, why are you holding them up? You're going to cause an issue, because then they're all going to be scared to testify. Says Rabbi Yosi, says the Gemara, Ben Shenir Ba'alil, or Ben Shaloi Nir Ba'alil. If it's obvious, it's not a cloudy night, and the moon is there, so I'll say to myself, why do I have to go? What I see, Bezdin sees. There's no use for me to drive on Shabbos from Bet Shemesh to Yerushalayim when obviously the Bezdin sees the same thing as me. No, it doesn't matter if there's no clouds. It doesn't matter if it's on the horizon. It's hard to see, not hard to see. Mechal loves the Shabbos. He says no. If it's very obvious, you're not Mechal Shabbos. So why not be Mechal Shabbos? Because if I could get away with less Chil Shabbos, do less Chil Shabbos. So else also, I could get away with, that's the grinding of the beans. I could get away with 3 saw, why do 5 saw? He says music to your ears. If you know what it is, it's music to your ears. Oh. Mimai dilmad kaloi gomar. Dilmad kaloi gomar Rabbi Shmuel elo deleko nimtzei elo deleko nimtzei sa'ato machshilo nasulavoi. Rabbi Shmuel over here doesn't have this problem of you're going to be machshel these people lasad lavoi. Aval hosam, if we won't be matter them to be mechal Shabbos, they don't say sa'ato machshilo lasad lavoi. That was the whole time over there. You have to worry about the future. Yeah, today the sky is clear and there's no need for them to go. But the problem is the future. What if they witness it again? Now they're going to be worried about going. They're going to think you don't have to go. So there's a problem. So Rabbi Shmuel of our Mishnah is not going to agree to Rabbi Yossi over there. He's going to say, no matter what, let the Edom go and testify. Inami, or another reason it's not similar. There's no tzorich gavoya. Why is there no tzorich gavoya when it comes to Kiddush HaChodesh? Why is it not tzorich gavoya? Look in Rashi, amazing. Rashi says tzorich gavoya means carbon. It's not a carbon. Yeah, it's very good for Yiddishkeit, but it's still not a carbon, and a carbon is tzorich gavoya. What's the difference? I'm not sure. Tzorich gavoya, and we don't push off Shabbos just for Kiddush HaChodesh. I'm sorry, Shabbos means that anyways, there's no anyways over here. If you're being Mechal Shabbos, like by us, that I'm doing 3, you're Mechal Shabbos already. So just add 2 more, what's the big deal? Over here, by Kiddush HaChodesh, you don't have to be Mechal Shabbos. I got a Bezdin in Yerushalayim that sees it. There's no us to start out with that we could continue and say, do it anyways. By Kiddush HaChodesh. But by 3 saw and 5 saw, he's being Mechal Shabbos. He's grinding away. So add another 2 saw. What's the big deal? Since you already started being Mechal Shabbos, be Mechal Shabbos.
Nobody says anything on that.
What?
Nobody says anything on that.
Yeah. I saw it in Rashi. It's like, wow. Yeah.
We know there's enough community for kavanas because it depends what the yontif comes out.
No, I missed that.
Based on the Kiddush of Chodesh, it depends
Oh,
what
I hear what you're
yontif
saying.
comes
Okay,
out, and
got
there's
it.
enough community
Got
for
it.
kavanas, what kavanas you bring.
Okay. I'm saying at the end of the day, they're going to do the Kiddush HaChodesh.
And here
And
when he says it, he says, but here, the Ikat Tzarach Gavoya, by the Oimer, Sheyitzu Chamason, Shebekach Yitzek Korban Omer, Meshubach Yisrael.
yeah.
So focus on the Korban.
So Rabbi Yitzchak Zilberstein brings a Maisa, as well as Maisas. I don't believe his Maisas. I think they're good Maisas, but I think the Maisa starts from the Shulchan Aruch and then he comes up with the Maisa. It's not that the Maisa happened then, I don't know. No, erase. Here's the Maisa. And the Maisa is, there was a guy who was a car thief. So he sees a nice car parked and he smashes the window and he goes in and he breaks the ignition, starts the car, and all of a sudden he's like, whoa, what's that noise there? Turns around, he sees a baby in the car. The baby was frying away, about to die, and he saved the baby's life. He broke the window. So the father says, but you got to pay me for the window. That only happens in Zilberstein stories. And what's the halacha? You get the shayla? What happened? He tried to be a bad guy and steal the car. He ended up being a good guy, saving a baby's life. Does it go by his machshava of breaking the window, or does it go by his ma'isa? And that's today's daf. Let's see the Gemara inside. Let's see what happens.
It's like Pesach Shiloh.
It's not like Rav Pesach. All the Pesach Shabbos are from his sefer, by the way.
Oh, really?
Yeah. You're talking about just as a side thing, since nobody really watches the video about Shabbos. Rav Pesach had a really. Rav Pesach had a Shiloh last week. Rav Pesach said halacha last week in a shir. You hear this? Rav Pesach said halacha. So I said that would be an amazing riddle. Who's that? That's this guy. Oh, Yisachar. Here, give me this. Let me show you Yisachar. Show you Yisachar. Here you go. Here. Thanks Yisachar for watching, but Yishkaya. So anyways, Rav Pesach has a shayla about Kriya Shema and a brachas. I tell him, I scream out in the shir, I go, that would be a great riddle. You ask, what brachim the Rabbanon you have to repeat twice, even Savik the Rabbanon. And the halacha is in Kriya Shema. Today comes over to you with Rabbi Yitzchak Zilberstein's sefer. I'm not joking. It says, riddles on brachas. What bracha do you make of the Rabbanon? I promise you. He shows me the thing. In Rabbi Zilberstein, the same words that I told him, it could be a riddle, and it's under, the caption is riddles on brachas. Anyways, fine. Yeah, that he remembered and that he found it today, and he comes running to shul with the sefer. Yeah, only Rabbi Pesach. All right. Itmar. Gishmak is sugya. I'm serious. This is like a beautiful sugya. Itmar. Shochat shtei chatois shel tzibur. He made a big mistake, the Kohen. He thought that on Shabbos Rosh Chodesh you bring 2 chatois. And you only bring 1. So the second one that he shechted was for no reason. So he has to bring now a chatos on the chatos that he brought, because he made a big avera, he made a big boo-boo, chatos. Why chatos? Tosha says doesn't really mean chatos, but most of the time it's chatos. Oilus, there's a lot of oilus, fine. It doesn't matter what kind of carbon. The point is, he brought an extra carbon, shechted the carbon on Shabbos, over a big isser. When was the isser? The isser is when you shecht. Fine. Now, obviously he's potter on the first one, because the first one was a good chatas. He's chayiv, says Rav Ami, or Rabba. Remember this Rav Ami, but if it's Rabba, it's a problem. Rav Ami would be better over here. But Rabba says, Yichayiv on the second one. Now, says the Gemara, Vafilu niskaber loy b'shniyah. Unreal. What happened? 5 minutes later, the blood of the first one falls on the ground. Done. It's puzzle. So now I need to use the second one. So, Mazli shechted it. Could that work? Let's say a guy shechts an animal on Shabbos. He's chayiv misa, he's chayiv a carbon. And then all of a sudden we find out, there's a sick person down the block. Let's feed the sick person. It was good. It was a tzoyrach. Is he potter? Of course not. Because when he shechted it, he was over an avera. 20 minutes later, you could find the reason for that avera to be a mitzvah. It's too late. B'shas ma'is, when you did the avera, you chayiv. So over here also, When he shechted it, it was a bad carbon. You shouldn't have brought it. The blood spilled. Okay, so retroactively, but retroactive doesn't erase an avera that you did. Okay, so this is a problem, and the Gemara is going to go into this. What happens if the first one is kochosh? It's mamish. You find out. You open it up. It's no good. It doesn't have any fat inside. It's terrible. And there's a famous pasuk of Kriveinu lefechosecha. You don't bring this kind of carbon to HaKadosh Baruch Hu, so to king. So you don't bring to HaKadosh Baruch Hu. So Mela, a kochosh is no good. So if you find out afterwards that there was a kochosh, so it comes out that when you shechted it, you really didn't do such an avera.
With the kochosh, if he didn't have a better one. It's not that.
Yeah, but we're going to see in a second. That we tell him. Hold on. We see in a second that.
Before he shechted it. Yeah.
What?
Even before he shechted it.
Okay. But he didn't know.
Even if he knew.
No, if he knew, of course he's not over. No way. Rashi doesn't say that.
If he knew, then for sure he would be over. Beforehand, though.
If he knew that it's not good and he shechted
Would it be?
no, because it's a kochosh. You're allowed to bring another one. Look. Let's go weiter. Ask the Gemara. Umi Omar Rabba Hachi. Could Rabba possibly say this? V'Omar Rabba Hoy Levanov Shtei Chatois. He had a nice gesunte carbon, and he had a very skinny one. If he shechted the good one first, obviously, then he shechted the second one, he was over. But if he did the reverse, if he shechted the skinny one, and then afterwards the fat one, he's potter. Not only that, the halacha is on Shabbos. We tell the guy, your carbon is no good. Go shech the fat one. So what do we do? So what?
So that's the kasha that before we saw, it can't.
Of course, yeah. Rabbi and Rabami say that even nimtzis rishoyna krusha, if the first one is no good, he's still over. And over here, Rabbi says that not only is he not over, but we tell him to do it lechatchila. Two pshatim. You have to take out the second part of it and just say that even if the blood spilled, then he's still over. But if we find out that it's kachosh, then of course he's not over because we need the fat one. What? Where are you reading this? It's all good stuff, but I don't know. Is it a Rashi you said, Menachem, that he knew? Where does it say Rashi you know?
He knew, otherwise it would be fine.
No, but it goes by the Maisa. We'll see, it goes by a Maisa.
Not when he checked the first one.
Okay.
That's why he went and
got it. Okay. Zok the Gemara, Rabbi Ami Amra. So we started off saying that it could be Rabba, Vikid Amri, Rabbi Ami. No, it's not a steer in Rabba because the first one wasn't even Rabba. Rabba holds that if you have a nice carbon, this is the parsha of Cain. Cain and Hevel, no, I guess we missed that. But this is the thing where, he brought a shvacha carbon and there's an Indian to bring a starker carbon. So Rabba holds that you're not over, and Rabami would hold you are over. Amalei Ravinu Ravashi. It's a good night to watch because it's good stuff. Amalei Ravinu Ravashi. I bet you one of them is my wife. Hi. No, I'm just kidding. As long as it's not Rav Zil's name himself. Fine. Amalei Ravinu Ravashi. Nimtzas Arishon Krusha b'vnei ma'ayin mau. So this is the Shaila. This is the Shaila of Rav Zilberstein. What happens? He didn't know that there's a problem with kochosh. He didn't know that he's weak. Either he opened up the animal and he saw that there's literally no fat in there, or maybe according to the Rambam he saw that it's treif. So basa machshavto yazlinon v'gavra lisur komachaven. Do we go? We figure what his machshava was. His machshava was to be over nisur, even by mistake. So he's chayvachatos, but he meant to shecht another animal without knowing that it's kachosh. Or dilma basa ma'asav azlinon. At the end of the day, he accomplished a good thing. And when he shechted the second one, there was a good reason for shechting it. Omerlei, Lav Hainu the Rabba V'Rava. This is the case of Rabba and Rava. The Itmar. Gewaltige case. Shoma shetova tinoik bayam. He overheard somebody saying, a baby just drowned. Uporas mitzudo lahalis dogim. And this Rasha said, you know what? I don't care about the baby. Parnasa comes first. Let's catch some fish on Shabbos. V'helu dogim. And he caught fish. What's the halacha? Chayev. Obviously he's chayev. Why? Because he meant to catch fish, and he caught fish, and he's chayev. What if he meant to catch a baby and he caught fish? Potter. Was going to see soon. Lahalo is dogging, but what if he was a bad guy? He meant to catch fish. Vehelo dogging v'tinoik, and he pulled up. What's going on?
What's going on? Keep going.
Okay.
The under A game.
Smile.
So a person, what are you doing over there? You're telling people to get this? Okay, fine. Thanks. Now the pressure is on. It's enough. We have a big tzibur here.
You just lost 6.
Okay, good. Listen to this Gevaldig Maisa. They tell a fisherman, there's a baby in the water. He says, I don't care about the baby. It's Shabbos. I want to be over Tzeidah. I want to get fish. And he pulls out in his net. He pulls out a fish, and he pulls out a human being, and he saves the baby's life. Obviously, if the baby is dead. Then it's then he didn't accomplish anything. It's muktzah. He can't even touch it. So he saves the baby. It was within a second. You know what? He had the net in the water already, and he just pulls it out. What's the halacha? So this is the shaila. He meant to do bad. He meant to break the car window and to steal, and he ended up saving a baby's life. Now, I might be jumping out of order here, but we missed the Tosfos. There's a very good Tosfos here. I'll just say a little bit of it. At the end of the day, what's the halach if somebody takes a piece of chazer in his hand? He takes a good bite out of it, and he's like, I ate chazer. And then somebody says, no, idiot, that was chicken. What's the halacha? Is he over in chazer? No. But he needs a kapara, fine. But not talking about the kapara part, because he tried to do something bad. But in terms of chazer, he's not over chazer. What is going on, Avi? I have to know what's going on. What's the...
No, I had the similar mindset when I was a kid.
You didn't try to eat chazer?
No, I wanted to eat non-kosher. I was in elementary school and I wanted to eat non-kosher, so I went to the vending machine and couldn't buy M&Ms. I'm dying to eat non-kosher. I'm gonna eat M&Ms.
Wow. You shouldn't be saying this on video. You're live.
Non-kosher M&Ms?
Did you know?
He didn't know. He didn't know. He didn't
The
know.
next day, they announced in elementary school that it's kosher. I was like, oh, here we go.
Hey, Rasha, I can't even do an avera. Fine.
Playing Jake, that's what you wanted to do?
Okay. So Rabbi Isai, what's the difference? Rabbi Isai, think about this. What's the difference over here? He tried to do an avera, but at the end there was an avera. At the end he saved the baby's life. Yer Chaim, I'm asking a lamdish shayla for you. If he tries to eat chazer and it ends up not chazer, he's not over on chazer. Over here, he tried to be Machal Shabbos, but he saved the baby. So why should he be over on anything? What's the difference?
Because that was over Shabbos as well.
Oh, finally. No? Everybody's masking them? You hear what he's saying? Good, that's what you get. Fine. Listen, you hear the Shiloh? I'm asking you listen to what Mr. Cornwall is saying. He's saying Moridik. There's a big difference if somebody tries to eat chazer and he ends up not eating chazer. If somebody tried to fish on Shabbos and he came up with a baby on Shabbos. Why? Because our case is he came up with a baby and fish. So he did do an Isser, but he also did a mitzvah. It's a very different case. Fine. Says the Gemara Vayter.
Our case is a little different because he didn't really mean to do an avera.
Yeah, he did. He meant to fish.
No, I'm talking about the carbon case. The chatos, the second guy, the second chatos, why did he bring this chatos?
Yes, you're right. You're right. Yeah. So the Ran, I think the Ran talks about it. No, maybe the Achraim discuss it. But who says it? The Shita I think discusses it. He says at the end of the day, it is a Maisa Isser because he didn't need it and he was Mechavim for the wrong thing, whatever. Okay. Rav Omar Chayav v'Rabba Omar Potter. Va'adkan says the Gemara Adkan, Rabba loiko Potter elokivin the Shoma Amrina Nami Daite Atinoik. Avalu Shamaloi. Rabba says he's Potter. Why? Because since in the back of his head, he's thinking to himself, well, maybe what if I catch this baby also? I'll save the baby's life. He's not 100% focused on the Avera. But if he didn't hear anything, it's obvious that it'd be over. And some people say, the itmar that no, this is actually a machloikis. There's nobody agrees here. The itmar shoma shetova tinuk bayam uparas mitzoido lahalis dogim hela dogim chayav. So if he was fishing and he heard that there's a baby, and he said, I don't care about the baby, I want fish, and he pulled up fish, he's obviously chayav. But if he lahalis dogim hela tinuk v'dogim, the same case, what's the halacha? Rabba Omar Potter v'Rabba Omar chayav. And the Gemara explains, Rabba Omar Potter zil basar ma'isov. So it says mefurish over here that we care about his ma'isa, his action. We don't care about his machshava. And what was his ma'isa? He saved the baby. And Rava says no. Chayav zil basar machshavto. We don't care about the action, what happened. We care about what he's thinking. So therefore, back to Rav Zilberstein's story. A car to save, and he ended up saving a baby's life that was stuck in the car. So according to Rabba, and the halacha is like Rabba, he is potter, and he doesn't have to pay for the window either, because that's the halacha, because we go bust to the maisa, and the maisa was the ignition. Yes, that was the next thing that had nothing to do with it. Yes.
No, but he never had a machshava at all.
This is an interesting story because it's Matzah Shabbos. What do you mean?
He never was intended to say the baby. He never heard that there was a baby.
In our case, he also didn't. He had only intention to.
He heard that there was dagim.
In our case, he had intention to. 1 minute. In our case, he had intention to catch fish, not a baby, and he caught a baby. He's potter, but he had no intention for the baby. He's potter on the because he caught the baby.
Oh, I see.
A maisa that's not negate to anything, but because it's Matzah Shabbos and a maisa. Our uncle in Farakaway, it was Erev Shabbos, and it was like it was a little bit like right before Shkia, you know, that in between time, like you don't know if it's like you see the sun going out, and he realized he left his lights on to the car. So he's like, should I turn it off? I'm going to ruin my battery. So he's like, yeah, you know, it's Shabbos, I'll take one for the team. He didn't turn the car off. Motzei Shabbos goes into the car to start the battery, and he has to get a boost. His ignition was missing. Somebody came at night and ripped the ignition out and tried to steal the car, but he couldn't steal it because there's no battery. So that was so you're talking about ignition. It's a real story? Yeah. It's Ma'aser Shaya. Yeah. Matim Zilberstein. It is. How would it work? The guy that left on the lights, is he chayev? Or you have to figure out how to do it. Fine. Omar Rabba. A new case. Choyla. What?
Shabbos is coming with the Rabbi, so you would get the Misa versus getting the Geneva.
No, if a guy left on lights Erev Shabbos, could I be mechayim for a battery because L'maisa at the end of the day he saved my car? You know, one of those. Omar Rabba, is that my phone okay, fine.
Look at the first one, Omar, if you didn't have a machshava, it would be he wouldn't be potter. According to the first one that talks about was the fishing line. It was only, you said it all the which is
10 minutes.
Without the machshava.
Let's talk about it afterwards. Omar Rabba. This happens all the time. You have a sick person, you have, let's say, an Atzola call, right? Atzola. How many people go on the call? All of them. How do we know? It says here in the Gemara, if you have a person that's sick. Rabbi Isai, we have a person that's sick, and they said you need one dried fig. Virotzu, and everybody ran out. Asor b'nei Odom ve'viu asor gregers b'vasachas, and all 10 of them got the gregeres piturim. Not only are they potter, the Shulchan Aruch says that they get a lot of sechar. That's what he says. Schar harbe, schar tov, he says. Fine. Why? They didn't need it. They only needed one because they had the right intent. Afilu bezacher zeh, even if they went in different times, afilu kodem v'hivri b'rishono, even if the guy became healthy, that's not their problem. They had the right intention to save the guy's life. Now, let me ask you a kasha, and now it has to be somebody else other than Mr. Kornbluth. Here's a shayla. Now it's his son, Chaim. You're up now. We just finished saying, Rabba Paskins, that we go after the Maisa. Rabba Omar Potter. By the fishing, and you come up with a baby, the guy's Potter. Why? We go after his action, and he saved the baby. Now Rabba says that we don't go by the action, we go by his thought. He had intent to save a person, and Memeli's Potter. Why all of a sudden now that we switch from intent to Maisa? It's actually a klotz kasha, I think. But what's the answer? No, Chaim, you're up. It's your turn. You're the kasha? If you go by action, so how come over here, the same person that says you go by the action says, Rabba says you go not by the action, you go by his machshava.
Because the action itself was the mitzvah to do. The action itself was the mitzvah.
First of all, your name is not Chaim, but okay, I'll still take it. You're starting, but the answer is very simple. Over there, his machshava was bad, but his maisa was good. Over here, it's the exact opposite. His maisa is good, his machshava is good, but his maisa... I'm sorry, over here, the maisa is bad, because he was Michal Shabbos, but his machshava is good. Anytime you have a good machshava, I can't be mechayiv you on a good machshava. So at the end of the day, they all cut the fig, they all were Michal Shabbos. They all drove to the Hatzal Kol, they were all Michal Shabbos. But they had the right intent. They wanted to save a human being. Now, they got there to the call and the guy was already taken away in the ambulance. The machshava was a good machshava. It goes by machshava. Where does Rabbi say it goes by the Maisa? Where do you go by Maisa? When he has a bad machshava. When the guy has a bad machshava to be Michal Shabbos and he comes up with a good... He pulled out a baby from the water. Then we say that we go by the Maisa, not the Machshava. But obviously, you go by Machshava also. Better answer.
The Shita says it's Rava, not Rabba.
Oh, okay. Why is that a better answer? I like my answer much better. It's pshat. Yeah. Boy Rava, we have 10 minutes. Boy Rava, Chodesh Hamadul Shtei Gregores. By the way, everybody asks, a gregaris is a dry fig. How do you have a dry fig on a tree that you chayiv on k'tzitza? Fine. Some people say it's actually talking about that he walked around with it. Fine. Whatever it is. So, you have a choyla that they said, he needs 2. How much battery is there?
You have 10 minutes, less than 10 minutes.
You have 5 minutes.
You have a real 7 minutes.
We're not going to finish by the daf, we're going to finish by the battery. The battery's kaveh today. Fine.
It's going to save it.
Oh, that's a good shayla. Rabbi Yisai, here's another kasha that it's also easy answer. They said that the sick person needs 2 figs. Now you have a choice. Cut twice and take 2 figs off the tree, or cut once and take 3 figs off the tree. What's the problem with taking 3 figs off a tree? Marbi b'shiurim. You're not allowed to be marbi b'shiurim. So what's worse, to be marbi b'shiurim or to do 2 melacha d'oraisa of cutting? Says the Gemara. Hey minay ma'isina and shtayim ma'isina d'chazulei. Oy dilma shalish ma'isina d'komem matek tzira. There's less k'tzira by taking 3. Pshita, says the Gemara, shalish ma'isina. The ad kan loy kamer b'shmal. B'shmal in our Mishnah says you use 3 saw instead of 5 saw. Hasom elodechim ma'it b'achila komem ma'it tzira. Rabbi, so we're coming up to the story. So over there, if you do less work, you only do 3 saw instead of 5 saw. You're doing less k'tzira, less chopping of the wheat. But over here, obviously, it makes a lot of sense to cut once and get 3 dry figs. Says the Mishnah. We're on Daf Samach Dalet on the Beis, if you haven't noticed. Mitzvah so omer lahavi min hakarev. There's a mitzvah to bring fresh barley close. Lo bikir hakarev Yerushalayim. If it's not ripe yet. Mivino is mikol malkim. Then you can bring it from a distance. Maisa, says the Mishnah, Shabah omer migago is tzrifim, from a faraway place. Ushte alechem mipikas ein soicher, from a place called ein soicher. Says the Gemara. My time. Iboy same mishum Carmel. It says Geres Carmel in the pasuk. Carmel says Rashi, and that's the Gemara later. That I do know is the Gemara later we're going to have on Daf Samach Vav and Beis, or maybe even later than that. It says the Carmel is a mixture of words. Rach, kar, is rach. Mel is mol. That you have to be able to squish it with your fingers, to be moilal it. Fine. So that's how I know it has to be fresh. If it's not fresh, it's not soft. The boy saying you're not, if you bump into a mitzvah, like I once said over here, like maybe my mother, I gave out the kiddush cup, I said please pass it on, and the guy went like this. No way. Where do we learn any mavir al mitzvahs? It's a mechilta. It says ushmartem es ha-matzois, and he says you could read it ushmartem es ha-mitzvahs, that they shouldn't become chametz. Mitzvah shouldn't become chametz. Mitzvah al tachmitzenu. What's the nafkamina between these pshatim? So the Brisker Rav says there's a nice nafkamina. What if a person cut wheat far away from Yerushalayim and he's walking towards Yerushalayim and all of a sudden he finds nice fresh wheat or barley? So if you hold the pshat is in freshness, drop what you have and bring the new fresh stuff. But if the pshat is in mavir al mitzvahs, so I got it in my hand, keep on going. Now, just as a quick akdama, it's brought in Josephus. I guess you could quote from them. I think every time I go on a little tour, they say Josephus said this. So I'll quote from Josephus. It says, the crazy Maisa, that Alexander the king had two sons, Hyrcanus and Aristobulus. Hyrcanus was the Bchar, and he deserved the kingdom. But unfortunately, we see a lot by the Chassidim especially, he probably had a dream. He had a dream that his father came to him in a dream. No, I'm making this up, but that's how it goes by Chassidim. I had a dream. The Tata said, I should be the Rebbe. He says, what do you mean? I'm the Bchar. But I had the dream. If you had the dream, why didn't I have the dream? So that's what happened over here. Hyrcanus was supposed to be the king. Aristobulus said, no, I'm more royal. Big fight in Klal Yisrael, to the point where Hyrcanus got thrown out. I think Hyrcanus was in Yerushalayim. I think it's actually Shiloh who was left. Eventually, they said, you know what? The Bchar should be the Kohen Gadol. Let's make Shalom. We don't want to fight in Klal Yisrael. The Bchar, Hyrcanus, will become a Kohen Gadol. The other one will become a king. And they went in. Once they came back, the machlokes started. They instigated again. So they involved the Romans. And that's what they say, that the whole problem with the Romans taking over Yerushalayim and Eretz Yisrael was from this story. That's the Hagdama. Tanu Rabbanon. Kishetzaru Malchi Beis Chashmonai Zel Zeh. You wouldn't understand what it's mean without Josephus. Why were they fighting? Beis Chashmonai, Zeh Zeh. They were fighting. V'yohurkanus mibachutz v'aris tubulus mibifnim. V'chol yoyim v'yoyim oyim shalshim lem dinor b'kubu malam t'midim. Every day they put money in a string. They put it down in a box, and up came the Talmud. You need two t'midim for the morning and the afternoon. So there's one old man who understood how to wink and how to do certain emotions, body language, and he communicated with them, to the guys outside, to the enemies. By the way, if you keep on delivering these tmidim, you're never going to win. You're going to stay outside for the rest of your lives. He was saying it to the guys outside, Hyrcanus, yes. The Machar, Shishlem, Dinar, Bakupa, and Hyrcanus, even though they were Jews, Helulem Chazer. They put a pig instead of a oila. Kivin, Shigia, Lachatzi Choyma. So now they're taking up the Chazer. You can imagine, you saw like what happens when you even hold a goat, a sheep. Same thing, I could just see, meh, 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 and then all of a sudden, no, it's Tzipona B'choyma. He went like this, and he scratched the wall. V'nizdazo Eretz Yisrael arba me'ois parsa arba me'ois parsa. So the whole Eretz Yisrael shook 400 parsa from the Chil Hashem. Bois Yisrael Omru Oru she'igadol chazer v'oru she'ilamed b'nei chochmas yivonis. You're not allowed to what's the word? Sell chazerim, and you're not allowed to teach your kid the chochma of yivonim. So the Shaila, if you're allowed to teach it, because it says someplace you're allowed to teach your daughter yivonis, but okay. Aloysa shal shaninu ma'aseh shabo omer megagos trifim u'shtei alechem mebigasein soicher. Ah, yivonis. Okay. Should we stop here?
Where are we going?
Okay. Kimoto Omer, when the time for the Omer came, where should we bring it from? Achrizu. So they made an announcement. Where do we have Omer from? Where do we have barley? Osau Charsho. There's a person that didn't know how to talk. Oisiv Chadi Yodo Aigoro Vechadi Yodo Atzrifo. Put one hand on the roof and one on the tzrif. It's like how do they translate in English?
Hut.
Like a hut. Omalu Mordechai. Mika duchto. So now he made a remez. So Mordechai understood the remez. Miika duchto the shmei gagos tzrifim. Well, he probably meant a roof and a hut. Or tzrifim gagos, so maybe the opposite. He didn't know the word. And that's how they found it. Again, they announced Osahu Gavro, Charsho, Oisiv Yodei Aina, Chad Yodei Aina, V'chad Yodo Asichro on a lock. So the Ben Yoda says here that it's a remez that you should lock your eyes, something, I remember, something like that. Omer Lo Mordechai, Umigit Duchta Deshmei Ein Soicher or Soicher Ayin, Botku, Vashkechu Hana Sholish Noshim, Daisu Sholish Kinim. Okay, so let's stop over here. Yeah, okay. A good Tavoch, 10 o'clock you can go home.